CheekySport on Rinse.
You boys got off your phones, yeah? You're now tuned into Rinse FM. This is Cheeky Sport. You and myself, Big J.
CheekySport Akeem.
Everybody hates Chris.
All right.
Oi.
Let's get into this,
I
guys?
had to like take off the Sanchez Akeem for now. Just keep it back to CheekySport Akeem, man.
Back to CheekySport Akeem.
I think he's more successful at the moment.
That's what true is. That is very, very real. All right, then, people, let's get right. Listen, we might as well get right back into that.
Let's crack on.
Let's crack on, man. Manchester United.
United.
Lost to Newcastle, all right?
Rafa was happy. Go, Rafa.
I know, yeah.
Get to them.
You know what's funny? I saw man sweating, like making sure. You know one of them ones where you're making sure, if this is the one win I'm going to get this season.
This is the one I want.
That's all he cared about.
But yeah, that's the one win.
What annoyed me, they kept showing a picture to him like,
Yes.
Mr. Penguin, bro. He needs to allow
After
it, bro.
Jose said to my man, tell your wife to calm down on the food. Disrespect.
yeah, that
Disrespect.
was a little bit.
What?
Disrespect.
Why don't you like it when Jose gives man banter?
Nah,
Sometimes
but
man have to hold it.
I wish I could say what I wanted to say about Jose on this thing, but I can't. It's all un-PC. He's got to go, innit?
Nah, but
He's got to go where?
He's got to go.
But
No trophies, he's gotta go.
He won 3 last year. Anyway, look.
Geezer.
We're
We're
talking
All
talking
right, listen,
leagues.
let's get back to this
But
Newcastle.
Wenger was the reason why they fought a few years ago.
Say what?
He's the one who provoked him.
Anyway.
Oh, what, the
Yeah.
Wenger versus
Mourinho.
Jose?
Yeah. But anyway, everyone
That was
knows that.
That was
Are you mad?
Yeah. He
Jose called
deserves
him
the
a
back.
voyeur, man.
Hey, who would
called him a
win in
voyeur.
a fight?
Oh, Wenger's the hardest. You see,
Oh,
you see Wenger.
Bro,
He
I've
duppied
seen
Martin Yo. He duppied Pardew. He's duppied Mourinho.
Mate, I've seen-
Who else he
When he
duppied?
says Duffy, that's the bit that's actually killing
Mate,
it.
there's no duppy.
What about Old Trafford when he was the king of Old Trafford?
Bro,
But
if you type in Wenger on Google, you just see him on the floor.
Just see
Never.
Mr. Muscles,
That
fam.
slip.
Loves the jobs you hate.
and
Alright,
you
listen.
see his body, man, look like James Bond.
What?
In there.
Why? What are you typing in? Wenger naked? What?
Nah,
what are
you see
typing
that
in
one
Google?
when he wearing the blue shorts.
Why,
looking
are you-
like James
why
Bond.
are you looking for that?
Alright, listen. Alright, let's get back to this Manchester United versus
Let's crack on about
Newcastle.
Man United.
Yeah?
Okay, first off, McNulty. Big up yourself, son.
Who?
First of all, Chris, you need to start
McNulty.
saying
Who's that?
The fan.
McTominay.
The fan.
McTominay.
The fan.
Oh, McNulty, a fan. I was one of the fans.
The fan that played. Come on for Pogba. McNulty, what's man's name? Ain't it McNulty?
McTominay.
Chris,
mate.
yeah.
Show a bit respect.
Alright, show
mate.
some respect
What's
for the
man's
young
name?
G. McTominay.
McNulty, well done, son. Smashing it.
Mate,
You're taking
he's
Pogba's
the
place.
start of the class
He's
of
taking
2018.
He's actually taking Pogba's
That's
place.
at the start of God.
That's
Listen.
Hold a minute. Let's say one thing about Pogba, yeah?
Well, mate,
Hold on,
are you
hold
going to
on.
let me
Hold
actually
on.
say
No,
where
but
we're actually
I want to say
gonna
one
go
thing.
with this?
The fact, really, like, he's a youth team player from Manchester United, and you actually went and bought him for 90 mil.
Oh my gosh.
Worth every
You know,
penny.
Chris,
It's worth
Not-
every
at
penny.
the moment,
That's
moment.
irrelevant.
Okay,
That doesn't mean anything.
Okay, forget the history. Let's give you a little bit of history there, people.
If you didn't know, guys, listen.
If we did-
Everybody watches this
if they didn't know, basically,
Pogba used
tell
to
them.
play for the Manchester United Academy. Everybody knows that.
Like very recently,
And then what happened? He left.
He left, and then Man United went and bought him back for 90 mil. And you know what? Can I say something? You know when you actually bought him? Do you know what? Did you remember Petit at the World Cup? And he said, "This guy is not worth 90 mil, and he's not the finished article."
When did he say that?
Who said
It's
that?
there,
Emmanuel
it's
Petit?
Petit. Yeah, go and go.
Oh, what
Google
a
it.
shock. An Arsenal player.
Oh,
An
a
Arsenal
shocker.
player.
He's French.
Emmanuel
He's
Petit.
French.
What? So what did Henri
He's
say about
France
him?
first.
What did Henri say about him? The greatest ever player you've had.
First
The greatest ever player you've had.
Henri sucks every man going bar Arsenal, man. Don't get me started about
He's out-
Thierry
he's out
Henry.
with Sanchez. He's out
Don't
with
get me
Sanchez.
started about Thierry Henry.
First of
He's out with Sanchez.
before we actually get back to the game,
Let's get to the game.
because we ain't got time.
I'm talking about Pogba.
Pogba isn't the finished article, but that's why he's worth what he is worth. It's because he's great, and we know, and teams
Critical
know that he's going to
player.
get
So
better.
how's McNulty? How come McNulty's been taking his place? the last 2 games?
McTominay. Please say. Is
That's a question I'm going to leave for Akeem. Akeem.
Why did he take his place?
Well,
Because
okay, well,
he was
basically-
because look, he was
They're
injured.
stuttering.
He was injured.
He's injured. No, he's not injured. Just a lie.
But look,
Bad
Yeah,
PR.
because I thought he was injured
That's
as well.
poor
hold on.
PR.
It was a
What,
mix
2 games in a row?
It was a mix between injury, yeah, and he wasn't playing well enough. He wasn't moving a lot. His sprints were low. It was lower than everyone else on the field. It's not good
What
enough.
about that picture?
That's the
Yeah,
sort of
that's
game.
why I thought he was injured because of the sprints. He
Yeah,
weren't
and
running.
look, no,
Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
Man looked like, what am I doing here? See that picture of him like this?
No, he
Oh,
was
Chris.
he was upset. He was upset.
You see that one? Look, and the reflection kills it. It's all that.
you
I
know
love
why?
the reflection and everything. I love it.
You
I
know
love
the
everything
reason,
about
yeah?
that photo.
Pogba, and to be honest, he had a bit of dry skin there still. But Pogba, yeah, had to. He was upset. He's a winner, yeah. He wanted to be on the field. He realised that he couldn't play any better than he was playing because he was tired or he was injured from something. And that's it. He had to come off. That's it. Doesn't matter how good he is, he has to come off. That happens
I
sometimes.
think that's fine. Again, that's part of the
but
game.
can I say
coming
something?
Up, coming
Can
off
you-
or not thinking.
But
It's
Jermaine,
like, you know when we saw the
Jermaine,
little
imagine
tiff with Jose
a few weeks ago.
A few
But
weeks
can
ago.
I say something though? Imagine Roy Keane being taken off during his pomp.
You think Roy Keane's never been taken off?
Imagine. No.
You think Roy Keane in his whole
Unless
career?
it was injury. Unless it was injury, Roy Keane was never coming off. Imagine Paul
Nah,
Scholes.
come on, man.
Imagine Paul
Bro.
Scholes coming off at Paul Scholes at the peak of his powers. Imagine taking him off after 60 minutes.
Listen, I'm not trying to listen. At the end of the day,
Imagine
players
taking
have to come
Beckham.
off.
Imagine taking Beckham off.
Why
after
didn't you
60
talk about
minutes.
more realistic like Messi or Ronaldo?
Because we're talking about Man United players, old Man United players.
No. Listen, players can always get subbed off because
No,
no
no,
player,
no,
no
the
players bigger than
the star never gets subbed.
No, but no star.
The
you
stars don't get subbed like
Manchester
that, man.
United, no star is bigger than the club.
Geezer.
So at the end of the day,
Geezer.
if somebody's going to get subbed off, you know,
Jermaine,
someone
look
has
at
to
man.
sub.
And that's the difference.
Don't lie to
That's
me.
the difference.
That's the
Imagine
difference.
taking
Because
Andy Cole off
That's
after
the
60.
difference.
Imagine taking Andy Cole
Wait,
after 60
listen.
minutes.
All right, listen.
Andy
Imagine
Cole's a
taking
goal
off
scorer.
Dwight York after 60 minutes. Imagine taking Ryan Giggs off
All
after
right,
60
we can
minutes.
do that all day.
Yeah, but imagine though, would that have happened?
I'm sure it
Can
can
I
happen.
say,
I'm sure it
Jay,
can
you know what's
happen.
funny? Even last week,
Especially a smaller game like Newcastle.
Even last week, and the only reason
Eugene
why
Geezer, back man up and tell these man.
it's true. Look, but these are,
Big up West Ham. You
Hey.
know, doing your job right.
they are still. They are. But look, it happens
like
to every
Moist.
player. Happens to every player.
Yeah, man, like
No,
Moyes.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
Moyes, boy, you
look,
done that.
Ronaldo even got taken off for Real Madrid last week. So what? It happens.
He's
It happens.
32.
Fair enough.
Man's 32.
Oh, now you're bringing age
there you
into
go.
it. You goalpost mover.
Not me. That's not
All right,
me.
listen. All right, let's talk about the Sanchez miss.
Oh my days.
No,
Don't
no,
get
no.
me even
No, no,
started.
no,
This
no,
was
no, no.
mad.
No, no,
Hey,
no, no.
No, it wasn't a miss.
I'm not
the
having
ball
that.
was under his leg.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Look,
It was on his leg.
look.
It was.
Don't lie to me, baby. Don't you lie to me.
Let Akeem talk. Go on, like.
Don't lie.
Chris.
Don't lie. Look, man's smiling.
No,
He
it was
hasn't even started.
so everyone's gonna take the screenshot, yeah. When it was a split second thing, everyone's like, "Raw man, he dummied it when it was an open goal.
Looking
He
mad.
didn't dummy it. He wanted to square, and he's like, "Oh no!" And then the ball was
But
under
it was
him,
open. It was an empty
and
goal.
the shot was blocked. The player recovered quickly.
Should he have scored?
Should have hit it first time. He was going to score. He was on target.
No.
Should he have
Look,
scored?
Don't worry,
look.
because you're talking now, yeah.
Should
But
he have buried it?
We got that heat. Don't worry.
Look.
Don't worry.
Chris.
Don't worry.
Chris.
I've
See
got
right
explanations for
Chris,
Arsenal.
You
Don't
see right
worry.
now, yeah? You know when man loads up the gun? Filling up the magazine. Don't worry, we got something.
Let the football ficker talk. Go
Okay,
on.
go on.
Look, Sanchez instead of someone like Laca-debate who's
Yeah,
who has
football
10
fickle, go
chances
on.
and misses.
Lack of
No, he
confidence.
doesn't, by the way, but go on.
Sanchez,
confidence.
well, he
No,
does.
doesn't,
He
but go on.
does.
No,
He
no,
does.
no.
He lack at everything.
I've got the statistics.
He lack at
Go on,
everything.
go on,
He lack at
go on,
everything.
go on.
Lack of fitness.
Go on.
Lack of confidence.
Look,
Lack
Sanchez,
of faith.
Sanchez weren't the reason why we lost that game.
Lack of
He
faith.
weren't. He was actually one of
You know
our
what
better
lack is
players.
it? You know about lack of faith? What about
Lack
lack
of
of
everything.
confidence? Lack of
Lack of
shots.
everything.
Lack of everything. Go on.
Listen.
But hold on a minute.
But
We're not good. Yeah, go on.
Sanchez, that's it. I'm going to keep it brief. Sanchez weren't the reason why we lost
Yeah,
that
but you
game.
brought
In my
Sanchez
opinion-
to be the
wait,
game
Chris.
changer.
No.
Chris, wait,
In my opinion, yeah, we lost the game because we didn't create enough chances, yeah, and we didn't get the ball in the final third in goal scoring opportunity chances enough in that game. We were dancing around the ball, the build up play. Like it's a bit like anyone who's played Football Manager would know. Like the slider bar would be all the way to the left. The build up play, you know what I'm talking about. The build up play was too slow. Back, forth, back. Like I don't understand why we keep doing that.
Do you
When we got
think
players
Man
who are so
United's
attacking.
football has slowed down in general, or just for that game?
Is that the manager's
'Cause-
tactics?
No, wait, hold on. Do you know what? I get our game management weren't smart in the sense that the difference between mainly City, Spurs, and Liverpool, yeah, is that they strive and work so hard to get that first goal early in the first 15 to 20 minutes.
And Arsenal.
And that's why you realise when Liverpool score the first goal, they normally always win, yeah. And it's same goes for City, same goes for Spurs.
Or draw. Or
Yeah.
Liverpool will win or draw.
Yeah.
They let a man
But
back in.
Chelsea and Man United a lot. What they do is that because the same thing could have happened against Huddersfield. If Huddersfield scored the first goal, it could have been hype for Man United. But we were like, we can score in the 60th minute. We'll still win this game.
Yeah.
And that attitude, you lose. Because every Man United fan knows, yeah, when that goal went in, you knew it was going to be peak for Man United. Because we had enough time to score, but you thought Rafa's
this is
going
gonna be
to 11
done.
man behind the ball.
Ball.
Yeah,
He
it's a
wants
lot.
this win, and we already know Jose struggles at Newcastle. He doesn't win at St James.
Struggles against Rafa. in general.
No, and St James because even before Rafa, like.
But anyway, let's move on. Doesn't matter.
So,
it's happened.
no,
That's
very,
it.
very quickly. just because I've been trying to be like as unbiased as possible. A lot of people have basically been saying that Sanchez is being worked into the team. I've heard some fans say that he's been forced into the team, into a winning team, and they feel like, you know, what do you, as somebody who's like a big Martial fan, who's obviously taken Martial's spot, like, what do you think about fans who say that?
Can you say that again? That last piece again?
About him forcing into Martial.
Whose spot is he taking?
Martial's.
Yeah, I think
Martial used to play on the left. And at the moment,
I think
going back to 2 weeks.
Long story short,
Podcast 2 weeks ago.
You
hear man say that. But
long story short, our formation's wrong. Yeah.
Right.
So who's
trying
forced
to
that?
play?
Hold on, you're making bare excuses, but you're
It's
not
not an
even
excuse.
pinpointing the thing at the manager. Grow up here.
Listen to
No,
me.
but we're
I
gonna
am.
get into
Hold
that
on.
because, yeah.
So long story short, because look, the question he's basically saying is, whose fault is it in these
Exactly.
situations?
Who do we blame?
Who
in
do you
these
blame?
situations?
Because
some
you blame.
people
Look,
say Wenger out. Some people say listen, the question is, guys, let me know, yeah, before we start the discussion. At what point do you blame the players? And at what point do you blame the manager?
and at what point do you play the board like these guys,
Okay.
like these clowns,
but-
like these clowns?
I was clear to
Dan
see that it
Kroenke,
was
they
the
don't even
ball.
know what man looks like, and they're blaming him.
I was
Forget
clear-
it.
I was
Forget the
clear
ball.
to
Leave the
see-
ball
I was
out of
clear
this.
to see that
Leave
we've
the ball out of
got a
this.
board problem. But anyway, back to Manchester United. Jose has spent what 689 mil, something like that, on Manchester United on assembling this squad. I expect better.
Here we go. We're talking about money again.
Geezer.
No, but why do you always talk about money, Chris?
Okay, excuse the money.
And what do
okay,
you expect?
Okay,
When
forget
you
money.
say expect better,
Okay,
what do you
forget
expect?
the money. Forget the money.
Because we've won.
Forget the money. I hit you with another one. You are the Real Madrid, Barcelona.
He
of
said
this
this every week.
So what are you then?
So
the
what are you-
Levante.
With the Valencia,
You're Levante.
with the Valencia, Atletico
You're
Madrid.
Osasuna,
Alright, so
You're
let's.
Osasuna.
You know what?
No,
you're not
Forget
Atletico.
Forget
Atletico's
Manchester
second
United.
league.
Forget Manchester United.
You're not
Let's
Atletico,
talk.
mate.
Let's
You're
talk about that North
Osasuna.
London derby.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about
I
that.
saw all your
Let's talk
predictions,
about
guys.
it. Real Sociedad.
Arsenal win. Arsenal win.
Let's
talk about it.
Arsenal
Let's
win.
talk about it. Let's
Arsenal.
talk about it. Let's
5 to
talk
Arsenal.
You got mashed up,
3
mate.
to Arsenal. Arsenal. You lot didn't even score.
No,
Aubameyang didn't have a
wait,
shot.
hold on. Not just that. Could have been 4-0. Could have been 4-0. You're
They
lucky.
got
That's dumb.
You're
That's
lucky,
dumb.
mate.
That's
You
dumb.
got
That's
peppered.
dumb.
Facts,
Because
Chris.
then
You
it could have
got
been
peppered.
Why? Well, if the referees.
Listen.
Hold on. If you lot could use your things as your examples, why can't I say
No, 'cause that's
referee?
an that's
Because
an
you're
excuse.
talking. Hold on.
That's a long-term. We're talking about long-term
Hold
problems.
on.
We're
Yes
talking
or
about
no?
long-term
Okay,
problems.
yes or no? Was Aubameyang onside?
Oh my days. Hold on,
Aubameyang, it's
hold
actually
on.
But last week he was offside.
Yes.
But last week he was offside.
It happens.
Call
It
that
happens.
karma is a B
Okay.
word.
Okay.
a B
Hold on.
word.
I rebuke that. Hold on. What about Lacazette's chance against Stoke then? When's it going to come back around?
Okay.
Because it's
It
gone.
came
Hey
back
Chris,
around.
hey Chris,
and we're back
hey,
again.
Chris,
Yeah,
hey
it'll come
Chris.
back.
So when's it
Hey,
going to
hey,
come
Chris,
back?
hey,
Just not
Chris.
this weekend.
Chris.
It'll come back, just not this
And
weekend.
that Stoke game's a different game. Arsenal win it.
Chris, let's just sum it
Okay,
up.
now, hold on. Now, let me talk about Arsenal Spurs. Let me
Okay.
tell you what happened.
In fact,
You got
before
dominated.
before you go into that deep analysis of yours, so you start rambling on with that mouth, yeah? Akeem, you was there, North London.
Hey, why is he always getting...
No,
I just want to first. Okay.
So you're about to start
Cool.
yabbing off.
Cool.
Team Yakko over here.
Come on.
Yakety yak.
Come on.
But go on.
Look, very, very, very simple. Harry Kane, in comparison to Lacazette,
Wait,
finishes his dinner. He finishes
No,
his dinner.
he doesn't.
Bang,
No.
bang, 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 bang.
You know what
bang,
that-
bang. Give me 2 claps on the Ric Flair. Woo! That's it. He finishes his dinner, mate. You're one of them. Lacazette.
Can I say something?
Ever put anybody on the level of Harry Kane?
Wait, man put Aubameyang in the same
Hold
finishes
on,
record. Are you
Hold on.
mad?
Hold on.
Are you mad?
I've got bare to say about Harry Kane. Don't get me
It better be good
started.
things.
you
It
dinner.
better be good things.
I've got bare things to say
What are
about
you
Harry
gonna say?
Go on, let's
Kane.
go.
Go on, let's
Wait.
Let me tell you something. One, he's a good striker. He's not top. He's not world class. He's a good striker.
He's not world class.
He's not world class.
Okay.
Oh my
He's
God.
a very good goal scorer, but he's not world class. Sorry.
Why?
One.
No, that's right. Don't even let me explain. Carry on.
You
because
see,
we
you're
need to
talking about
have-
Lacazette. Yeah, Lacazette had 2 chances. Yeah. And
When he
did-
came on.
Yeah, when he came on. So what? 20 minutes.
The best
If that,
when
yeah?
you lot started when he came on, but carry on.
Yeah, that's true. So he had 2 chances and missed both of them, yeah? Harry Kane had 5 chances, I think it was in the game, yeah? And he missed 4 of them.
I can't believe
Yeah?
you made it.
No, hold on. You see that clear-cut header that he had, yeah? He had 2 clear-cut headers, yeah? And he missed both of them, yeah? He was in front of goal 5 yards.
Who's that?
Harry Kane. But you've forgotten about that. You know why you've
So
forgotten?
what?
Hold on.
That is so
no, but
lame,
what I'm
bro.
saying is that
Honestly.
because he scored that goal, yeah? And
Yeah.
Tottenham have ended up winning,
Yeah.
the 4 chances that he's missed, because they were
It
clear.
wasn't 4 chances.
Geezer,
but
okay, 3.
had-
Bro, but he
had-
still
had
scored.
3.
He had 2 scored.
He
He had
scored
3
one.
headers.
He had 3 headers.
3 headers, yeah?
which- And he even
missed-
scored a header.
Yeah, he scored one
He even
and missed.
scored a
Yeah,
header.
he scored one and missed the 2 easy ones. Yeah, but hold on. That gets overlooked. Hold on. It gets overlooked.
So what are you trying to say? What are you
What
trying
I'm
to say?
saying is,
point
what I'm
is
saying is,
this?
it gets overlooked because my man scored the goal on Tottenham #1, yeah.
Bro,
he
Lacazette, yeah, he scored that one. He's missed how many chances?
Oh,
though?
my days.
There's bare chances.
You don't talk about- you don't talk about chances.
That's why.
Okay,
Hold on,
go
hold on.
on.
That's why he's also not world class. You see what I was talking about?
Oh my God, my
Do you think Ronaldo, yeah, R9, yeah? Do you think he would have missed those? No.
Stop
Because you have to. That's world class. That's world class.
Chris,
That's
hold on,
world
hold on,
class.
Chris.
Am I lying? Is that not world class?
Chris, are you basing
We ain't got
world
time.
class on chances?
No.
missed?
No.
Alright,
Is that
listen,
your basing
guys,
it?
No, I'm not.
We ain't even got time for this.
No. But I'm
Wait,
saying,
guys,
I'm saying the caliber of a
let
world
us
class
know.
player is
Do you agree with
Ronaldo,
Chris?
R9. Of course they're not. These football thickos. They're
Football
ogre.
thickos.
You know what? Today, Akeem's caught life. His man's read the comments in it, and now he's acting sensible. Trust me.
Go on, what are you talking about?
He's the real
He
football
said
thicker.
Harry Kane's not world class.
He's not world class. Can Aguero
Can I
is
just
world
say- can I
class.
just say one thing?
Is
Can I
Aguero
say
world
one thing?
class?
Can I say one thing? Oh, Aguero's.
That's
of
world
course,
class.
100%.
He's world class.
That's world class.
He's elite class.
Is,
That's what I'm saying.
Is Gabriel Batistuta world class? Was he world
He
class?
was.
Is Harry Kane in that same league?
Yes.
Yes, he will
He
be.
is. He is in the
No.
same
He
league.
is,
Don't
he
say
is.
will be. Because
No, but he is.
Mate, he scored
Bro,
22.
listen,
Do you know how many goals
we
he
haven't got
scored?
time. Listen to what I'm trying to say, yeah?
Look how many
Before
goals
I go,
Kevin Phillips
can I just
scored.
say- Can I just say?
Come on.
Bomba.
That is
Look how many goals Kevin Phillips scored. Is
You
now
start
world
bringing out.
class.
You start bringing out Chris
Until
Sutton.
Guys,
Chris
I've got to
Sutton
wrap
in
this
that.
up. I've got to wrap this up, yeah? Listen, before I go, guys, let us know in the comments below. One, just get onto him, yeah?
I'm
That's
looking
what-
mad
that's
today.
what-
He's
I'm looking
talking
mad. I'm looking
Two, yeah, because we actually got to go, yeah? But two, first of all, out of, in terms of like the London, even in terms of all the teams, yeah, the way Spurs has actually played three of the top teams and walked away with 7 points.
They're just better than Arsenal.
You just
Simple
have
as
to-
that. They're better.
You
In
just
another
have
league.
to. All right, listen. Anyway,
They're not.
In another
Because
league.
Anyway,
when Arsenal beat them at the Emirates, no one was saying
No, no,
that.
no.
before we go,
shifting
what is the
that.
Chelsea? What is the Chelsea?
1-0.
To who?
Two.
Chelsea.
Ah,
Hazard.
All right, cool.
World class. For sure.
All right, listen.
That's a
what-
world class.
Wait, hold on.
player.
Can I
That's
ask a
world
question?
class
Hold
player.
on. Where was Ozil? Mesut
Where
Ozil.
was Sanchez, you mug?
No.
What
Hold on.
was
Hold on.
Sanchez?
Hold
Where
on.
was
Listen, we gotta
Hold
go.
on. He was
Where was
more
Sanchez?
around,
We
mate.
gotta
He
go.
was
Listen,
more around.
Sanchez.
Guys,
Where was
before we
Ozil?
go,
Did he play?
let
Did
us
Ozil
know
play,
in the
mate?
comments
Where was
below.
Sanchez?
Did Ozil
All right,
play?
chill out.
Ozil missed 2 great chances in order for us to kill
What,
the
the free
game off in
kick?
the first
Oh,
half.
yeah.
whatever. Kill it in the first
Yeah,
half.
yeah, man.
Listen, guys,
He's-
let us know in the comments below at what point do we blame the players and at what point do we blame the managers, all right? I know some people are turning on Jose, some aren't.
Get
Some people
Jose
turn on
out.
Wenger, some
Jose
don't.
out.
Some people turn on Conte, some don't. At what point do we blame the players and at what point do we blame
Also,
the managers?
Okay, quick, one sentence.
At what point does Klopp and Pochettino need to start performing, i.e. winning trophies
Cool.
before you
This
lot
season.
start? Thank
Jay,
you.
one sentence. What's the reason for Man United then? Is it manager?
Manager.
Lineup?
It's got to be
What is
manager.
it?
It's manager.
Players.
It's manager.
Players.
Manager.
Players.
It's
Cool.
manager.
What do you think for Arsenal?
For Arsenal, it's the players and the board.
Stan Kroenke. Stan Kroenke.
Listen, guys, you've been here with myself, Big J.
Jesus,
Wake up, son. Everybody hates Chris.
Hey, but we're
Bang,
out.
bang. Go on, answer the question.
He has the most goals in the league.
Right.
Now, you mentioned the amount of goals
Yeah.
Salah scored. You said most goals.
And what's the sentence I said before that?
About De Bruyne's.
Okay, so did I mention De Bruyne's goals or did I mention who's the best performing player this season?
I don't care what you
Then
said.
you're
You just said De
stupid
Bruyne's
then. You're
name.
stupid then.
You
Do
just
you know
said De
why?
Bruyne's
Do
name.
you know why?
You
Do
didn't
you know
say
why?
it.
Okay,
Do you know
okay,
why?